Hey guys, welcome back. Watchman 97, yeah?
The next topic we're going to discuss on Watchmen Night 7 is something that is very strange because, again, all these other Watchmen, they're reporting on the Abraham Accord. You know, that happened the other day, the historic peace treaty, United States. It was done in Washington, D.C. at the White House. I'm sure you've heard of it, the signing of the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain and Israel. The peace treaty, the peace treaty was written in Arabic, English and Hebrew, and then had to sign 3 different copies, and had to, all pass it over to then sign it. It was a very historic day for the world, let know the state of Israel.
Yeah. Prophecy fulfillment.
Exactly.
In a sense, this is what we're kind of discussing now, is it prophecy? Is it that?
Daniel 9:27.
Exactly. Yeah. And there's a couple of issues we have with that.
One being that all these watchmen are going, it's prophecy fulfilled, prophecy, and they all like Trump. And don't get me wrong, I like Trump. I believe he's done some good things, but I'm up in the air about him. I don't know what to make of him, guys.
Yeah.
But that Daniel 9:27 is the Antichrist. So they're basically not saying it out loud, but they're subconsciously saying Trump's the Antichrist because the Antichrist does that deal. But is that Trump gets this ball rolling, so to speak, with Israel, UAE and Bahrain, and then the Antichrist comes in and he does the covenant with many, because it's got to be many, and we don't exactly know what the word many is, how the exact number of that, but it's definitely more than 2. So we're not counting United States. They didn't really have anything to do with it. It was just Trump initialized it. That's why.
It's like, if we think through some of the requirements for the Antichrist, we know that he's supposed to come from modest background in a sense. He's not supposed to be someone that's well known. Trump's obviously well known, around the world. So that kind of doesn't really fit calling him the Antichrist.
There's quite a lot of information on the Antichrist. It's unbelievable how much detail Jesus goes into. He'll be a military genius. He won't desire women. A lot of Christians think that he'll be a homosexual because he won't desire women. It's plausible.
Or he could be eunuch, maybe we don't
just
know.
Not interested at all. Just interested in creating peace and then destruction. That's straight afterwards, isn't it?
Yeah, and we got to remember that he's also doing the revert. That's just one thing, though. Is he the Jewish? Are the Jews supposed to accept him as Messiah, aren't they? Because he ends up going into the temple, doesn't he? So he
does,
surely he has to have a Jewish background. How are they gonna accept him if he's like, let's say, a Muslim or something? You know what I mean? Because they're not gonna let a Muslim come in.
In the Abraham Accords, there was a part where, and this is alarm bells,
not Muslim, guys. Islam, sorry, not Muslim, Islam.
Where President Trump said we can be as one sort of world religion, in so many words. It was like Muslims, Christians, all together with peace, united together, and the Pope wants this, Pope Francis wants this. It's coming, that one world religion. I can say that much. That is on the horizon, isn't it? They're trying to get that to be one thing.
I'm also thinking about, he's also supposed to do these miracles, isn't he? But, miracles that will make people in awe. They'll be like, whoa, this person can do this. Some Buddhist, mate, he sees that. If some Buddhist sees it on TV, he's like, well, obviously I must have got it wrong, because obviously there's this guy who can do all these remarkable supernatural miracles wonders, and stuff. Wonders. So in the sense that, would people fall in line? I think so. Because he's doing all these things. People are easily influenced, as we know already. We spoke about it in previous videos, and we know it anyway that they know how to run the agenda. They know how to control people. They've been doing it through the
television.
Exactly, black box and Black Mirror.
The 50s, mind control.
Even the word television is
television.
And channels, when you change the channel, that's like, when you're channeling up entities and shit, it's the channel. programs,
Programming us. Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Yeah.
I've seen this in another video recently, but it seemed fitting to mention it now.
Yeah, it's fitting. Yeah.
So yeah, we do know requirements. Another thing about Antichrist that we know is that he fulfills a covenant. So the words there going on about he fulfills a covenant implies that the covenant's already up and running. So linking back to Trump, he might have started this covenant with many, in a sense, you know what I mean? He's got the ball rolling. So when Antichrist comes in, he's just continuing on with the baton.
There's
you
a
know what I
layer
mean?
already laid out for him.
Yeah, so you can just pick it up
leave his
and
mark
say,
and pick it up.
you guys have already got it going. Now I'm going to come in and solidify it, and so that's another way it could go.
I'm not saying Trump's the Antichrist, guys. I'm just saying nobody's mentioned this. He could be, but
speculation.
there is a lot of people, and I'll concur.
I really don't
I'll
see
concur
it
with
fit.
this. He doesn't fit the profile.
I really don't see him fitting.
He
the
doesn't fit
Antichrist.
the profile. No, absolutely not. I mean, a lot
Obama
of
as
people
well.
think
Some people
Obama.
say Obama. Yeah.
yeah.
But I personally still don't think.
I think you think that because he's very well
background.
known.
Yeah, his background as well, being a Muslim, brought up. If the Antichrist is supposed to be accepted as Messiah, then I don't see how the Jewish people would accept someone that's.
Maybe the wonders.
And it's like putting a Gentile, exactly. But if he's got the wonders behind him, then what can they say? You know what I mean? If they're raining down blood, if he's raining down fire from the heavens, like I think I recall one of the passage mentioning.
If he comes as God, say he's
he
as
claims
a Muslim,
to be God
right?
in the end, yeah.
He's God, right? And he says to them, "I am the Muslims' God. I am your God.
Yeah,
I am Christians'
everyone's
God
God.
because I created all of you."
Yeah.
Then they're going to believe it.
Yeah, but this is why we should
But
know Scripture, isn't
he
it?
could whisper to the Jews, privately, "But you're my chosen people."
Yeah,
and then he could go
everyone's
to
a
the
chosen
Muslims,
people.
"You're my chosen people."
Yeah.
Then go to the Christians, "You're my chosen people. You're my favourite."
Yeah. But
he's going to be deceiving, isn't he? Jesus said that about him, very deceiving. We know this.
with science and with evidence and reasoning, logically, people will conclude that the Hebrew God is the real God, because it has too much evidence to support it if people take the time to go through it. 1 + 1 is 2. I'll say that again because it just all adds up and points to that he's the real, because whoever wrote the scriptures, because it's all, there's 66 books penned by different authors, and yet it's one consistent story. You know what I mean? It's been written. It's almost like it's been written all together in one piece. You know, but it's over thousands of years. Even that just implies that it must have been written outside of time. And that's just by that you can obviously go into much further detail and research. And I'm telling you, with enough time and research, everyone could become convinced. The ones that don't want to, because obviously we have people in our communities and that will say 1 + 1 is 5, and I say it's 5 because I believe it's 5, and it's like you can't argue with people like that. You just got to be like, okay, look, carry on. But if you're saying that 1 + 1 is 5, then that's your story, because you're either going to end up losing your temper, going crazy. It's ignorance, isn't it?
But just to finish off here, guys, some of the other possible candidates, if you will. Jared Kushner, who's an advisor to Trump. He's actually married to his daughter, isn't he, Ivana Trump. A lot of people think he's the Antichrist.
Yeah.
And Emmanuel Macron, the French president, he's very little known. He's known to the French, of course, the French people. He's their president, but he's very little well known. And he believes he's the biggest. A lot of people are thinking him lately, because he believes that Israel should give the state to the Palestinians. He's very strong about that, and he doesn't recognise Jerusalem as a capital. So they're the candidates. I mean, let us know in the comments box below, because this is quite an interesting topic. Who you think it is, and any information, and we'll get in debate with you below. Make sure to like the video and subscribe.
Yeah.
And God bless, guys. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
I get so tired of people who mean well say you can't prove the Bible, but, and then they'll make some positive statement. I'm so tired of hearing that preamble, this presumption that you can't prove the Bible. Yes, you can. This document, this collection of documents you have in your lap, the Bible, is incredible, and you can demonstrate that it is of extraterrestrial origin. Its origin is from outside our time domain.